We would like to welcome everyone to the pre-bid conference for the LEASE of Full Automation System with Transparency Audit Count or FASTrAC. Considering that we now have a quorum, I will now call this conference to order. And before we start, please request our Secretariat to lead us in prayer. May I request also everyone to please stand up.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of God. Glorious and blessed God, we place our work and ourselves into your hands. Anoint our creativity, our ideas, our energy, so that even the smallest task may bring you honor. God, when we are challenged, guide us. When we are weary, energize us. May the work that we do and the way that we do it bring hope, life, and courage to all with whom we minister within the organization. Bless the members of the Special Bids and Awards Committee, the Technical Working Group, and the Secretariat, and everyone who is here with wisdom, discernment, commitment, and compassion, and with courage and strength. Rooted in your love, may your faith illuminate all activities done in your name. This we pray in your mighty and holy name. Amen.
Please all sit down. Secretariat, may we please have the attendance and our house rules, please.
Christian attendance, please. Good afternoon, everyone. The following are present in today's pre-bid conference for the use of full automation system with transparency audit count or FASTrAC. From the Special Bids and Awards Committee for AES for the 2025 national and local elections, we have Chairperson Director Alan Francis Diabaya, with our Vice Chairperson Director John Rex Claudianco, with SBAC members Director Divina Blas Perez, Director Jovencio Balanqui, and the Director Abigail Correa Lacuna. From the SBAC Technical Working Group, we have Head Attorney John Gerald de la Cruz, Assistant Head Attorney Marisa Corazon Nepelar, with PWG members Attorney Melo Jean Mata, Attorney Patrick Sacramento, Attorney Cyrus Johnson Della, Mr. Juanito Magno II, Mr. Melchor Ogaban, Ms. Veronica Nicolas, Mr. Romeo Salvador Tomas, Attorney Dindo Maglasang, Ms. Norbeline Manalo, Mr. Heriberto Aguilar, Mr. Joseph Montero, Attorney Elmer Abad II, Attorney Magellan Ferrer, Mr. Arnel Wire, Ms. Marilyn Pagayon, Mr. Ariel Versosa, and Mr. Arman Castro. From the Secretariat, we have Head Attorney Christopher Casinito Igor, with Assistant Head Ms. Marian Ada Cruz, with Secretariat members Attorney Kathleen Fernandez, Edgar Apanay, Maria Teresa Toralba, Lorraine Elardo, Jocelyn Tugas, Madeline Austria, Ms. Minerva Majus, Sheila Rose Vicente, Emabel Velasco, Elboy Yugarap, and Christian Black. From the Office of Commissioner Marlon Sasquejo, we have Attorney Maricon Almonte, Mr. Carl Warner. From Office of the Chairman George Garcia, we have our consultant, Attorney Lawrence P. Villanueva. From Office of Commissioner Amy P. Perolino, Attorney Alcadam Sakandal and Attorney Mark Nicole Malinaw. From the Internal Audit Department, Ms. Adelaida Clemente, Attorney Audrey Rose Nocon, from the End User ITD, and also from the Project Control Group, we have Director Sergio Romero, and Louis Peñalba. From Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, or PPCRV, Dr. Arwin Serrano. We also have from the ICD, Director Eden Bolo. From Commission on Audit, or COA, Mr. Adrian Mantala. Okay. From our prospective leaders and observers, AB Law Office, Marlon Carpio. We have Mr. Charlie Fong. Is this innovation? Okay. From SMMT PIM 2016 Inc., we have Ms. Filipinas Ordonio, Ms. Geraldine Guevara, Attorney Christian Robert S. Lim. From Pivot, we have Mr. Steve Bear. From Miro Systems Company Limited, Valerie Manahan, Kim Cho-kyun, Lee SLC Chan, Choi Tong-yun. Um, is this Nolan Tara? Right. J.A. Reforzado, Katrina Pilapil of Eddie Solutions Incorporated, Hadrian Cruz, ano to? Evolution Incorporated, Edwin Villapando. Sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly. From Evolution Incorporated, Johnny Ramos, Mr. Johnny Ramos. From Indra, yes, you are a recognizer. From also Caro Tipatita. Also, observers from NUMPREL, we have Mr. Jeffrey Falco, and also prospective leaders, Ms. Melina Benerao, Operations Manager, Steel and Ammo Corporation, Bayani Lara, from TEC, ASPIDOSP, Loretta De La Paz from PSI Pivot. From the Office of Commissioner Maceda, we have Attorney Princess Perez, Ms. Guadalupe Maceda. From Triplex Enterprise, Mr. Victor Chan. From Miru, Mr. Alex Calderon. Also from the CWG, we have Attorney LJ Bernardo. From the Secretariat, Mr. Edmund Samundong. From the CWG, Attorney Karen Narcisa Villarama, and Ms. Cherise Tobias. Yes, we shall update the attendance in a while. Let me turn over the floor to our chairperson, Director Abay. Before that, sir, sorry.
Yes.
Ms. Marian Adacruz will announce the House rules.
Good afternoon, everyone. The conference rules, this private conference, is open to all interested parties. Questions will only be entertained after the presentation of the structure person and the secretariat during the program. Questions must be brief, concise, specific, and relevant to the meeting at hand. All questions must be addressed to the structure person. Participants may raise their hand whenever the structure person asks for those who want to speak clarifications, suggestions, anytime during the presentation. Acknowledge, leader can ask questions, clarifications, or give suggestions. Query forms will be fill out the forms if necessary, and submit the same to the Secretariat. During the open forum, questions will be attended to, and will call out the participants who sent in the questions. Observe order during the proceedings. Any utterances which would interrupt or disturb the proceedings shall not be tolerated. Please mute your phones to avoid unnecessary noise. And also maintain cleanliness of the conference room at all times. That's all, Coach.
Mr. Chair, let me update the attendance. We also have from Mega Data Corporation, Mr. Alfredo Padlan, and from the Office of Commissioner Ferlino, Attorney Rhea Cristina Romero. That's all for the attendance, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretariat. At this point, may I present to you the brief of the project subject of this afternoon's previous conference. As I have earlier mentioned, the title of the project is the list of full automation system with transparency audit count or FASTrAC. The funding source of this project is the National Expenditure Program for the fiscal year 2024. And the authority to procure is the approved indicative annual procurement plan for fiscal year 2024. Please take note that this procurement project is being undertaken through the early procurement activities pursuant to Appendix 31 of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 9184. The award of contracts may be made only upon the approval and effectivity of the or the General Appropriations Act for fiscal year 2024. The ABC or the approved budget for the contract and the scope of goods and services are as follows. For the FASTrAC, which is one lot, the total approved budget is 18,827,730,000 pesos and 22 centavos. The ABC is VAT exempt. The lot is composed of the following. We have A, 110,000 automated counting machines with peripherals and consumables with a total ABC of 16,212,387,623 pesos and 59 centavos. Letter B, we have 104,345 ballot boxes. The ABC is 499,971,989 pesos and 03 centavos. Letter C, we have 2,200 PCS server, laptop, and printer, and software. The ABC is 223,993,901 pesos and 20 centavos. And letter D, we have ballot printing, ballot paper for 73,881,894 and ballot verification. The ABC is 1,891,376,486 pesos and 40 centavos. Please take note, as I have earlier mentioned, that the ABC is VAT exempt, and this is pursuant to the confirmatory ruling of the Bureau of submission and receipt of bids and opening of bids as follows. To give ample time to all prospective bidders to review the requirements of the COMELEC for this project. So, as rescheduled, we are now conducting today our pre-bid conference, and the deadline for the bids will be on November 28, 2023.
That will be a Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. And the opening of bids
will be on the same day, November 28, 2023, Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning.
the opening bids will be conducted at the COMELEC Hall ground floor, left wing of this building. And we have sent notices for the rescheduled pre-bid as well as for the bid opening of bid to the following. Anyway, the notices were sent last November 4 to the following: to the Honorable Commissioner Amy P. Ferolino, Head of the Steering Committee; to the Honorable Marlon S. Casquejo, Commissioner in charge of the Automation Committee for the 2025 NLB; to Director Celia V. Romero, Director 4 of the DRST and Head of the Project Control Group for the 2025 NLB; to Director Esther L. Villaflor Rojas, Head Executive Assistant at the Office of the Chairman; to our Executive Director, Director Cristo E. L. Nas Jr., to Director Jeannie D. Florolita, Director 4 of the Information Technology Department; to Director Maria Leia Aralantuan, Director 4 of the Procurement Management Department; to Director City Maymona Sisa G.L. Tawagon, Director 4 of the Internal Audit Department; to Director Jan Rex Sila Campo, Director 4 of the Education and Information Department. Notices were likewise sent to the following observers on the same date, November 4, 2023, to the Honorable Chubi E. Onya, Supervising Auditor, Office of the Resident Auditor, Commission and Audit; to the Honorable Maximo Dalog Jr., Chairperson of the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms of the House of Representatives; to the COMELEC Advisory Council through the Honorable Commissioner Amy P. Carolino; to Attorney Rona Ann Caritos, Executive Director of LENTE, or the Legal Network for Truthful Elections; to Mr. Eric Julito Alvina, Secretary General of the National Citizens Movement for Free Elections, NAFRE; to Mr. Ruben J. Pascual, Secretary General of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or PCCI; and to Ms. Evelyn R. Singson, the National Chairperson of the Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, or PPCRP. As of this time, these are the bidders who have purchased our bidding documents. Number 1, we have Miro Systems Company Limited. The buyer's name is Ms. Valerie Ann M. Manahan. Number 2 is Pivot International. Buyer's name is Mr. Miguelito Casbadillo. And number 3 is SNMP EIM 2016 Inc. The buyer's name is Ms. Yasmin Lupeno. So that's for the project brief. Now, just for emphasis, and as I have earlier mentioned, it is informed that this procurement is undertaken through early procurement, short of award. Thus, please take note of the rules provided under Appendix 31 of the updated 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act 9184. I'm sorry. This shall include, but not limited to, the rules and procedure of EPA, the fixed price rule in procurement, extension of the bid validity and security, validity of the eligibility requirements prior to the award of contract, the conditions of award, and the date of earliest delivery. Further, if this project is part of EPA, the conduct of procurement activities is from posting of the procurement opportunity until recommendation of the ASPAC AES to the hope. as to the award of contract pending the approval of funding sources. Moreover, the award of contract shall be made only upon approval and effectivity of the General Appropriations Act for fiscal year 2024. Now, before we proceed with our open forum, may I just request the Secretariat, please, to discuss briefly the technical and financial requirements of this project.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There will be two discussions, one for the marking and sealing of your bids, and the second one is for the technical and financial documents to be submitted by the users. So Ms. Marian Adacruz will discuss the marking and sealing of your bid proposal.
Good afternoon again, everyone. So I'll be discussing the sealing and marking of bids. So as pursuant to RA 9184 and its 2016 revised IRR, we have a two envelope system. Your first envelope is your technical component envelope, which consists of legal, technical, and financial documents. While the other one is your financial component envelope, which consists of your financial bid and price schedule. So for the sealing and marking of bids, each bidder shall submit one copy and three additional copies of the first and second components of its bids. Should there be discrepancy between the main copy and additional copy, main copy shall prevail. Properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding document shall be accepted, provided that the petition of the bid as submitted. The SBAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid. Envelope shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters, address to the common SBAC, bear the specific deadline for the submission of bid. So this is the illustration. So you have your main copy and three additional copies, both for the technical and financial component, and then one few place of those copied to the envelope concerned. Both the technical and financial component will be placed in the main envelope. And this is the illustration of the markings of your envelope. So that's all. Thank you. I'll now turn over the floor to Attorney Bill.
Thank you, Marian. And now let's go to your technical component envelope. For the legal documents, these are the documents that should be submitted. So, of course, you have your valid registration certification. This should be a platinum membership. All pages in accordance with section 80.5.2 of the Parliament 1 and also this is pursuant to GPP resolution number 50 contracts. It must be certified correct by the authorized representative. And then, of course, we have your statement of the leader's single largest contract, largest completed contract. There's a form for this for Annex B of Section 9 of this project. The similar contract is manufacture, refurbishment or repair, or supply and delivery of automated counting machines. The relevant period completed within 15 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. So the bidder must have completed contracts that is similar to this project, the value of which adjusted to current prices using the PSA's CPI must be at least equivalent to the following: a single contract that is similar to the project and whose value must be at least 50% of the ABC, or at least two similar contracts, the aggregate amount of which should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, provided that the largest of these similar contracts must be equivalent to at least 25% of as required above. So attachment to your SLCC and users acceptance, official receipt, and sales invoice. So please refer to Annex B. There is also a form for that. That is for your SLCC. Reminder, as per GPPB NPN number 040-2016 and 125-2015, collection receipts cannot substitute for the submission of the official receipt. So please take note, official receipt po tayo, hindi po tayo collections. It does the NPN. So then you have your bid security in Annex C of Section 9 of the uniforms, or cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit with amount of not less than 376,554,600 pesos and 0.0044 centavos. Or surety bond with amount of not less than 941,386,500 pesos and 11 centavos. Bidder shall also submit a certification issued by the Insurance Commission. This is the form for your BSD or your bid securing declaration. Refer to Annex C. And then your delivery period. So you have to schedule requirements. Please refer to that. It should be conformed to by your authorized representative. So dun sa last part may conform. So please like that hinihingan ko natin. And then conformity to Section 7 or the specifications. So please indicate their comply. That's upper line. So the purpose of this is to know the technical specifications per line para wala po kayong ma-miss out. So please indicate their comply. And okay, yes. In that form, dun sa dulo meron din po left conforme. Please have your authorized representative sign that conforme. And then we have the Annex BOR. So please refer to terms of reference. Meron din conforme part dito. So please don't miss that. Conforme para sure na nabasa talaga niyo yung TOR. So included in the bid proposal under technical component envelope will be submitted by the bidders as follows. Duly signed. So I've already mentioned duly signed TOR. And for election management system, we require total number of lines of code of the proposed systems, which should be the subject of a source code review, together with the breakdown of the corresponding lines of code of related components. Letter B, master list of all related requirements for the to make it fully operational, including requirements for OPEN, FDS training, public demonstration, etc. Integrate the brand and the model of the production or item being product or item being offered if applicable. Products or items listed in the master list must be supported by brochure, technical data sheet, and or equivalent document. So that's for EMS. Then for automated counting machines, also total number of lines of code of all proposed systems, which should be the subject of the source code review, together with the breakdown of the corresponding lines of code for related components. A written certification or guarantee that all system requirements for customization, as stated in the TOR and RA 9369, shall be fully complied with, subject to applicable penalties for non-compliance. Master list of all related requirements for the hardware, software, and services. Product items listed in the master list must be supported by brochure for the ACM. Description of the inherent security features and the printed value part for valid written certification from the election authority for election management body of the bidder's client that the proposed ACM technology have a demonstrated capability and have been successfully used in a prior electoral exercise in the Philippines or in abroad. All systems requirements, technical documentations used in AES as indicated in item B, Annex TORA, list of all expendable parts of the ACM per Annex TORA, valid and current bidder certification of all requirements for customization stated in the TOR and RA 9369 should be complied with. Then we require risk management and contingency plan, change management plan, description of standards for audits, duly signed and conform technical requirements attached to Annex TORB, duly signed and conform procedure on post-qualification attached to Annex TORN, duly signed and conform test parameters for ballot box attached as Annex O, together with the following technical document providing the design and specifications of your proposed ballot box, taking into consideration the existing guidelines and provision of physical security, customizable features in the design of the ballot box, bidder certification that each ballot can be reused for at least, each ballot box, can be reused for at least 2 elections. For ballot printing services, project management plan, risk management plan, ballot printing, company of its willingness to present its equipment to public in an operational environment and to answer related questions on the same. If the bidder will conduct a product demonstration of their proposed equipment using a similar installed equipment from a previous contract, should it be declared as the bidder with the lowest for single calculated. For ballot paper, manufacturer certification as per the following, that the ballot paper shall be compatible with the printer to be used, including its consumables. Tests for compatibility shall be conducted before the start of printing operations. The ballot paper shall be compatible with and shall be accepted by the ACM. The ballot paper shall comply with the minimum requirements of the ACM. The ballot paper shall be of such quality as to prevent markings on one side of the ballot to bleed through the other side. Brochure, technical data sheet, and or equivalent document of the product being offered shall be compliant with the technical specifications. For component 1 systems, if listed below are not included in the master list, for EMS workstation, automated counting machine, for ECM headset, for CCS workstation for the major and minor political parties, for CCS central server and backup, for component 2 ballot printing services, ballot paper, ballot printers, barcode generators, barcode readers, servers, workstations, ballot ID and precinct ID generators, ballot ID and precinct ID verifiers, CCTV or security cameras, software and other hardware, all the other offered equipment needed to make the ballot printing services operational. So for component 4, training, submit training plan. Okay, so those are the requirements. So please refer to the bidding documents. It's all written there. And of course, you have your duly signed omnibus word statement for OSS for Annex B of Section 9 of the bidding forms. In case of corporation, duly notarized secretary certificate. In case of joint venture, duly notarized SPA or special power of attorney of all members of the JV, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS, and who acts to represent the bidder or in case of sole proprietorship, duly notarized SPA giving full power and authority to the representative to sign the OSS and who acts to represent the bidder. So there's a form for this. That's your auditing statement. So this may be downloaded. Please don't, we suggest that you don't really type it. Kasi baka ma-miss ko yung word or sentence. So just fill up the form. Usually signed omnibus swearing statement as per Annex B of Section 9 of the leading forms. Okay. Let's go to your financial documents. So NFCC, net financial contracting capacity. The computation is your current assets minus less your current liabilities. You multiply it by 15, and then you deduct it, and then deduct the value of standard contracts. Then the total of that will be your net financial contracting capacity. So this is Annex E for your NFCC. This must also be certified correct by your authorized representative. Or if you don't have an NFCC, in lieu of reader's NFCC computation, you may submit a calculated line of credit from a universal or commercial bank. And there is also a form for that and budget. So this is 1,882,773. So 1.8 billion, that's 10% of the AUDIT. So please refer to Annex E1 of Section 9 of the leading forms for your committed line of credit in lieu of NFCC. Okay, so for those who will enter into a joint venture, so if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement indicates the joint venture is already in existence. So JVA, so dapat meron ganyan in existence. Or kung wala pa, duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that this is successful for Annex F of Section 9 of the leading forms. So there must be an undertaking that they will enter into a JV. Each partner of the JV shall submit their respective field job certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the revised IRR of RA 184. And please take note of this, the submission of your technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contracts and audited financial statements, as indicated in Annex A of Field Jobs Registration Certificate for Platinum membership. So that's for your technical envelope. Then for your financial component envelope, so there is a form. For that, please refer to Annex G, copy of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form for Annex G of Section 9 of the bidding forms. So it must also be signed by your authorized representative. This is for your financial component. For the price schedule, Annex G1A for this is price schedule for goods offered from abroad for election management system goods and services. So please refer to the bar columns. So please take note of this. Indicating zero or dash for required items would mean that it is being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for pursuant to Section 52.2.1 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. So please don't leave the columns there. It's either you put zero or you put dash. Readers may address depending on the itemized goods services being offered from abroad for EMS. Itemizes here all goods and services offered from abroad for EMS. Reader may refer to Annex B1C should there there be a discrepancy between the PhilHealth price schedule form vis-a-vis Annex TORC, the price schedule form shall be resolved. So this shall also be signed by your authorized representative. Okay, then Annex G1B, ito naman for your ACM. The earlier one is for EMS, ito naman for ACM. This one is for ACM. And Annex G1C, for goods offered from abroad, for your CCS, for consolidation and canvassing system goods and services. Annex G1D, for goods offered from abroad for bulk printing services and goods. So please take note, apat, there are lima. Ay, meron pa palang ballot box. Then also ballot box for goods offered from abroad for ballot box goods and services. So that's from Annex G1A to Annex G1E. So EMS, ACM, CCS for ballot printing and for the ballot box. So there should be separate price schedules for that. Okay, so that's for goods offered from abroad. Here we'll go to for goods offered from within the Philippines. Same also for five price schedules for EMS, ACM, CCS, ballot box, and ballot printing. So that's Annex G 2A to 2B, 2E. So that's for your price schedule. That's for goods offered from within the Philippines. Okay, so this is the financial form coming from the end user. Financial proposal overall summary, Annex TORA as indicated in Annex TORC. Cost of goods and services, for the item EMS, ACM, CCS, ballot box. Must be signed by the leader. Ms. Marian Adicus will further explain the financial proposal.
Good afternoon again, everyone. So this form, this is from our end user. So you will fill out this form, including the corresponding amount of for your offered goods and services, and signed by the authorized representative. And should there be additional goods or services for each components here, you just include additional row and make sure that what you have indicated here must be the same as in the price schedule for prescribed by the GPPD. So, and as stated earlier by Attorney Fitzy, if there's a discrepancy between this financial proposal form from the end user vis-a-vis the price schedule from the prescribed by the GPPD, the price schedule from the GPPD shall. Thank you.
Reminders to readers, pursuant to section 32.2.1 of updated RFR 9184, unless the instruction to readers specifically allow partial bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable bill of quantities shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. So in this regard, where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive. But specifying a zero or dash for the said item would mean that it is being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for. So as mentioned earlier, please don't leave the columns in your financial proposal blank. Either you put zero or dash or the price offered. So notes to JV partners who are foreign bidders. In case of foreign bidders, the eligibility requirements for the statements, the bids, and all other documents to be submitted to the bank must be in English. So this is pursuant to section 23.2 of the 2016 IRR of 9184, as amended by GPP Resolution number 13-2019, and as specified in clause 10.3 of instruction to bidders. If the eligibility requirements and all other documents submitted to the bank are in a foreign language other than English, it must be accompanied by the translation of the documents in English. So, however, for contracting parties to the apostille convention, the document shall be authenticated through an apostille with the competent authority as defined in section 8.5.2, paragraph 4 of the 2016 IRR of RA 9184. Except for countries identified by the DFA that will still require legalization or readily viewed by the relevant embassy or consulate. These countries are Austria, Finland, Germany, and Greece. Okay. That's it, Mr. Chair, for the technical and financial component of the law. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary. We just inform you that we are streaming live by Facebook and YouTube, courtesy of our Education and Information Department, headed by Vice Chairman of the Committee, Director General Expansion. Prior to this afternoon's privy conference, the committee was in receipt of advanced questions from prospective bidders, particularly from Mill Systems, from PWAT International, and from SMMT TIM 2060. May I request the Secretary to just please present a summary of the questions.
Yes, Mr. Chair, there were advanced questions submitted to the Secretariat. First off, from Mill Systems, they sought clarification on the reference on the distinction between bidder and winning bidder. So they requested that the terminologies to be used to be patterned and aligned with the terms used under the procurement law. And also, they also inquired or clarified on ballot printing services and ballot box. They requested that the ballot printing services and ballot boxes be excluded in the instant procurement. They also requested that the risk management and contingency plan, change management plan description standards be required during contract awarding. Will be required from these documents be required from the contract awarding and the contract implementation stage instead during the opening of bids. That's the question from you. From Pivot, they requested a copy of the data mentioned. This is Annex N of the Annex N of the above mentioned document in the section below. The steps to be followed in the demonstration shall be for EMS. The complex data provided shall be imported to the EMS. The bidder may process the data for the TMS acceptability. So they're requesting for the data for EMS acceptability. So that's for many rooms to share and Pivot. We also received advanced questions from SMMT, PIM 2016. In summary, they asked regarding the technical specifications, particularly for the requirements in the TOR, particularly on training, documentation, ballot printing services, also automated counting machine, eligibility documents. And also, EMS, the EMS is part of the financial proposal sheets, which budget shall be considered for this component. If no specific budget is defined for the EMS, under which law budget shall be given as part of the included. And some concerns on post-qualification. Mr. Chair, we referred it to the end user. All of the questions from our leaders, we referred it to the end user. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Madam. This might be inquired from the end user if they are not ready with their answers to those questions which were submitted in advance.
Mr. Chair, the automation committee and the end user group is still preparing the answers for these queries, and the end user will submit to the FASTrAC.
We take note of that. And so as soon as we receive the answers from the end users, the will be issuing the bid bulletins containing the answers to for your information. So at this point, we will now open the floor to additional questions from the city leaders, if they have any, and also from those who have not sent it. I just request you to please identify yourself and also the company you represent. So who will ask the first question, please? Anyway, you have, if you can yet raise your questions in this afternoon's proceedings, you have until November 18th, right?
Yes, Mr. Chair, they have until November 18, Saturday, to submit all their queries. And FASTrAC will reply to those questions via bid bulletin by November 21, Tuesday.
Thank you. So you have until Saturday, that's Saturday, November 18th.
Yes, sir. They can.
To submit your questions. So if there's anyone who would like to, yes, are you a leader? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dr. Arvin Sanatang from BBCRB. So we only have three prospective leaders, right?
We have only three who
Who yeah,
vote our meeting document. But as for our attendance, I think we have other leaders in attendance. Right?
Yes.
So we have how many prospects for purposes of attendance in this pre-bid conference?
We know from the secretary.
Let me first check, Mr. Chair.
So while we're waiting for that, Mr. Chair, so only the three who vote the documents will be allowed to ask questions, or even the prospects.
As per the present rules of the GPPP, not only those who vote.
So they can
be
also
allowed to, even those who did not buy yet, can propound questions.
until November 18.
Yes, sir.
And then with regards to the, I know we submitted proposals to GPPB with regards to if ever that we will be allowed to, I mean, COMELEC will be allowed to have the technical first before the legal requirements. So are there any updates regarding that? I mean, when when I was still part of the Comelec Advisory Council, we submitted that to the Comelec. In fact, I even mentioned this to Chairman George Garcia with regards to the possibility of having that particular practice. And he told me then that I think it's possible. So I want to have updates regarding that.
Well, so far as the procedures that we will be observing is procurement, we will be following the provisions of the 2016. 2016 IFC.
So they got it first.
Yes.
And then another thing is that with regards to the, well, with regards to the venue, will this be the venue already?
For the opening, sir?
For the,
For the subsidiary.
yeah, November 28th.
As I have earlier mentioned, the venue for the opening bids will be at the ground
Floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the.
Is that much bigger than this?
Yes, it's much bigger.
And then with regards to my first question,
Do we now have the list of?
Yes, sir. We have prospective bidders probabilities or EBI Solution Incorporated, Megadata Corporation, Steel and Ammo Corporation. Yes, sir. They're here in
so
attendance.
three.
And we also have Triplex Enterprises and Intra. Five. Plus five.
And sorry for that. Maybe for my last questions. Are we also having how many documents that they will go to prepare for the prospective bidders?
I think it was already presented. Those that were presented are the documents that will be required.
So one for each.
You mean the envelope?
Yeah, the envelopes.
One envelope for the technical, one for the financial.
Yes, sir. Yes, the main envelope consists of two envelopes. The first is for your technical, and the second is your financial proposal. So first, we will open the technical during the opening bids. We will open the technical envelope, and whoever is declared eligible, that's the only time that we open the financial envelope. So, unang na sir yung technical.
So how many copies per envelope?
One main copy and three additional copies.
So four all in all.
Yes.
Four all in all. So is that already included the copy for the observers?
Yes. Yes.
So that's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir, for your question. Yes, sir, from attorney.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. Effectively for SMMP, PIM 2016. We have three questions. The first question is with regard to the single largest contract under Annex B, page 225. Under number 3, Roman numeral number 2, mentions that at least two similar contracts, the aggregate amount of which should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABT, and provided that the largest of these similar contracts must be equivalent to at least the percentage of 25% as required. May we be advised as to the maximum number of similar contracts that the prospective bidder is?
What was provided was only the minimum, sir. So it will be.
With regard to the invitation to bid under page 9, bids will be open in the presence of the bidder's representatives who choose to attend the activity. Each bidder shall be given a maximum of 3 representatives to attend the opening bids due to limited space. Considering, Your Honor, this is a request as well. Appeal. Considering that we understand that the opening of the document will be simultaneous. Let's say if there are 5 bidders to tender documents, there will be 5 different groups of PWGs opening the document at the same time. We're requesting to be also allowed the same number of watchers to observe the other bidders, to allow us the fullest opportunity to observe as well as to contest any possible irregularity in the document. This matter, we will not require immediate answer, but maybe as back and issue a special act for that. So to allow us maybe at least 8, assuming, but we will scale down the number of watchers depending on the number of bids being submitted. And third, Your Honor, the request, we understand that the bids will be submitted initially at the FEMI building, under the DOR. Then from the FEMI building, it will be transported to the former PMO office, the ground floor. Now, similar to like elections, we might also request the opportunity to have watchers during the time that it is submitted to the time it's transported to the PMO office. The watchers can accompany the bank members during to ensure that there's no untoward incident that will happen to the dog. That's all.
Thank you, sir. We will take note of the request and proposals, and we will be issuing the appropriate bulletin. We are also contemplating of instead of having the receipt at the family building, we can have it here, so that there is no more need for the documents to be from a distance. Yeah. Again, we will include that in the bid bulletin that we will be issuing. Yeah, as advised by our Vice Chair, we will also be live streaming the proceeding, the receipt, and all the things that we will be conducting. Yes, sir.
Just a clarification there, and suggestion as well. For all the
Excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry. Alex Calderon.
And company president.
It's Miro.
Yes.
So it's a suggestion to, if the committee can consolidate all the issues that were actually forwarded by the bidders. If you would like to include the prospective bidders as well, and come up with an issues register, an issues registry, where we can all browse through it, so that there will be no double posting of questions from different bidders. And also, do we expect that the answers to those questions will be out by November 18, so that we don't have to ask them again, or potentially other bidders will be asking them again?
I think the deadline of November 18 is for the submission of your bills. And thereafter, our secretary reporting will have a period to visual.
Because that might end up in some sort of confusion, because you would have redundant questions. So if we may suggest, there's a earlier bid bulletin prior to November 18. It will be much easier for you as well.
We will coordinate with the end user if those that are submitted, we have the issue the bid bulletin, even prior to the deadline.
And then
We will be coordinating with the end user.
also another point of clarification is We actually raised the issue why the printing and supply of ballots will be coursed through this procurement process. Because we're talking about the AES procurement. And we know that the ballots are actually the domain of the National Printing Office. It is not very clear with us what would be the responsibility of the supplier of the AES. Perhaps you have in mind that there is actually a testing of the ballots, but the AES people will not be doing the ballot printing because by law, it is actually the responsibility of NPO. So we ask that this will not be included as part of the AES procurement.
I understand, sir, that one of the questions you have earlier.
Yes, my question is, what will be the detailed responsibility of the AES component as far as the provision of the ballots?
That will be included in the deliberation to be done by the end user.
Yes, sir. You can clarify.
And it does not included in the, we just ask for a written form of your question, sir.
Well, when we already submitted.
Is it already included? Okay. Anyway, as we have.
We elaborate on the clarification that we are posting.
Yes, it's already under deliberation by the end user. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, my question is a follow-up question.
Can you just please identify yourself?
I'm John Indra. My question is about the printing services again. Are we limited to two interest only, NPO or central bank? Or are you also considering Apple production to print, which can be more practical and cost might be more reasonable than NPO?
May we refer the question to the end user, please?
Mr. Chair, may we request that we put into writing so that the end user can vision communicate with the government.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We will put it in writing also. But that is the concern ever since 2010. It keeps on repeating and repeating. Because number one, we do not know why NPO is printing it when they do not have the right equipment. They're leasing it. In the same manner, Apple can also lease it from reliable thirds.
We take note of the observation, sir. We'll just wait for the written query, and then we will refer it again to the end users.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairperson.
Good afternoon.
Filipina Sardorio, representing TPI. Sir, related to post-qualification for the testing of the requirements mentioned in Annex J. When we reviewed, we noticed that there are certain data that are not available. Can we confirm that we can make use of mock data to complete the testing for us to be able to show in the post-qualification?
We refer the question to the end.
Annex J.
Then may we request that all questions be put into writing.
Will do, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Again, if you cannot raise your questions today, you have until November 18th to submit your written questions. And also those raised earlier, please submit them in writing.
then we will already present to the end user. And once we receive the answer from the end user, we will be issuing the date the soonest. So any other questions? So if we have no questions as of this afternoon, may we know from the secretary if we have other announcements to make?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. So announcements, the deadline to submit requests for clarifications or queries is on November 18, 2023, Saturday. Must be in writing for the chairperson. So as mentioned by our chairman, the questions propounded earlier, please submit them into writing. And then we will issue the supplemental bid bulletin by November 21, 23, Tuesday. So that's for the November 18, that is based on at least 10 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and opening of bids provided in RA 9184. And for the answers, the bid bulletin shall be issued at least 7 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and opening of bids. Please address your queries or clarifications to Alan Francis Villalbayo, Chairperson of SBOC AES, who is the SBOC Secretary of Office. You can email your questions to sboc@comlec.gov.ph or at comlec.sboc.aes.secretary@gmail.com. The SBOC Secretariat Office is at the Annex Building of FEMI Building, Annex F Building, 305A, third floor, Annex Building of FEMI, Asorian Avenue, Intramuros, Manila. And in accordance with section 32.5 of the revised IRR of RA 9184, it shall be the responsibility of all those who properly secure the bidding documents to inquire and secure supplemental bid bulletins that may be issued by the EFTA. However, bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of the bid bulletin shall be informed and allowed to modify or withdraw their bids in accordance with section 26 of the same IRR. The deadline for the submission of bids will be on November 28, 2023, Tuesday, on or before 9 o'clock a.m. The venue of submission is right now, SBOC Secretariat Office. Mr. Chair, the reason why bids are being submitted at the SBOC Secretariat Office because there is SBOC, the SBOC people are there, SBOC Secretariat. So sa PMO kasi, walang tao doon. So for example, ang reason ng dilemma lang namin kung i-transfer sa PMO is what if you will submit before November 28 and walang tao. But anyway, so dapat may nakastandby na secretariat. Kasi ang SBOC Secretariat namin sa PMO. So yes, we will just issue the bulletin. The venue of the submission will be at the Comlec Hall, ground floor, left wing, Palacio, Gobernador. So bidding documents may be downloaded free from the Comlec website. Security is also secured from the SBOC Secretariat Office. Bidders should pay the applicable fee prior to the submission of their bids. Fees may be paid in any of the following in person at the Comlec Cash Division on security order of payment from the it will also be made through online through fund transfer. Bank deposit with Comlex Land Bank Philippines, any LPP branch. The capital current account is 001-10428. So the amount of bidding documents for this project is 75,000. exclusive of function using entry. Please email a copy of the transaction or deposit slip to sbank@comlec.gov.ph. Copy furnished to sbank secretary email at comlec.nproc.as.secretary@gmail.com. So reminders, ensure that all forms are completely filled up and those that require signature are signed by office representative of the leader. Counter check pages of the documents, incomplete pages shall be marked as failed for the specific requirement and thus ineligibility of the declaration of ineligibility of the bidder. Read carefully the content of the bidding documents such as the limited instructions to bidders, bid data sheet, general and special conditions of the contract, schedule requirements, technical specifications and terms of reference. Carefully examine the bidding documents as well as the bid bulletins. Late bids shall not be accepted. So, as mentioned, 9 o'clock AM is the deadline. So, dapat before 9, you should be at the venue to submit your bids. That's all, Mr. Chair. Let me just update the attendance. From the SDOC Secretariat, we have Patrick Cruz, and from the PPCRB, we also have Mr. Carlos Gonzalez. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary. So with that, we are reminding everyone to take note of the extensive reminders. So there being no other matters to be discussed in this afternoon's previous conference, we will now adjourn this meeting. And would like to extend our gratitude to everyone for your attendance. Magandang hapon at maraming salamat.